professionals.
I know. If only our entire healthcare wasn't just handed over to the benevolent
In fact,
government.
I just thought next time we get a cold call, are you okay? No, I've got HGV.
Graeme still wants it handed over to the benevolent insurance companies.
No, I don't. No, not at
Yes,
all.
you do.
No.
That's
no,
the
no.
truth.
No.
He wants it like America, where you pay.
That's the exact opposite.
Shush.
I'll put words in my mouth. Here we go. Oh, shush. So you can completely misrepresent me. Here we go. Go on. I was about to call it.
Acting up.
All right. Okay. Go on.
In America, people complain, don't they? I don't want to pay for Medicare.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay. I want to pay. Instead, what they're actually saying is, with their insurance system, I want to pay for everyone else's healthcare, and then pay for all of my healthcare, to then be told I can't have the drugs I need because apparently there's a sub-clause with a dot and a dash and a thing. So our healthcare should be funded by government and run by health professionals. That's the end of it.
Nonsense.
Matrons and doctors, it worked fine before.
You worked fine before, yeah, but not in the world we live in now.
Of course, it'd work to be fine. The world we live in now. What's different?
Well, what's different is, right, right, okay, there are huge problems with the American system, but the world doesn't exist where it's either the American system or our system. The problem with the American system is it's just as controlled by the government as our system is. It's bullshit. There's not like some fucking...
But then they put the insurance companies in the middle to double fuck people.
Yeah, that's the issue, is the insurance companies. But doctors still want to heal people, nurses still want to heal people. But there's no fucking... But what we do right now is we give our money to the government without consent. From the day you're born in this country, you are signed up to the NHS. That is your lot in life.
It's what makes you fucking British, you traitorous bastard.
So you don't consent to it in any way whatsoever. So at the base level, it is completely immoral. You're not consenting to it in any way. If you work, you have to pay for it, whether you're happy with it, whether you think it's shit, no matter what. And then what happens?
Okay, well,
you're handing it to the government.
So we need some perspective here, because anyone that isn't aware of the system will think, well, that's fucking wrong. It is worth pointing out that what we pay is a fucking pittance compared to what we'd have to pay in a more private system.
Well, not necessarily, but...
No, it really
is. The point is, the service we get is also a pittance compared to what you get in other systems as well. It's fucking shite. It's absolute shite.
Providing you've paid a lot of money for your service.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Like, here's the thing. In America, they have the equivalent here. If you've got no money, you can go and get the shit that we have here for free. Paid for by other people. If you want to, and it's a fucking joke. It's where crackheads go, and yet here we all have the crackhead system, and we're there going, "This is amazing. We need to protect it." It costs £4,000 per working person. You average it out, £4,000 per year per person. It's a fucking joke.
It's fine.
It's insane.
It's just run badly.
Yeah, it's run badly.
Too much middle management.
Yeah, and how is the government ever going to reduce middle management? That's not what governments do.
So what are other options?
The other, completely take the government out of it. Completely.
Who pays
100%. We do. We pay for it.
How?
We pay for it.
You like a private service?
We work it out. We have genuine competition. We have genuine... Obviously, there'll be all the rest of it, but we fucking pay for it. And the same thing will happen with that happens with every other thing that is legitimately privatised and legitimately free, not regulated, not fucked about.
Right, I get
the costs come right down and the quality goes
situation. Tell me one privatised industry in this country where the costs have come down and the quality's gone up.
Phones. Straight away, phones. And
oh no, that's bollocks. That's technology. No.
What are you talking about?
Well, that would have happened anyway.
And it's the least regulated thing. The technology is the least regulated thing.
All right, no.
And now the majority of it is free to use. I can use Gmail for nothing.
So why is it on the continent and in countries where the telecoms are still government, like Korea, are they so much better than ours? Well,
Korea has got loads more. In terms of economic freedom, Korea's got loads more than us.
I'm talking about countries where the government's... No. Where the industry's still nationalised. Okay? You've gone phones, there you go. which there's countries where they have nationalised telephone systems.
Bullshit.
Where they far outstrip ours. Okay.
Bullshit.
Trains.
And the
trains.
No, you're jumping away from it now.
Yeah, because you've given one, I'm giving one.
Well, no. Well, let's stick with Korea.
Why is our telephone system so much better privatised?
Our telephone system is fucking shite. Because it's been government run for the entirety. It's never been privatised. Ever.
When we sold it in the 80s.
No, it's not. Is it fucking sold it? They're selling it and they're selling it. Everything that BT does is run by the government, is approved by the government, is heavily regulated by the government. That isn't privatisation. That's just corruption. That's just statism. That's absolute.
So if we gave everything to the corporations, we'd enjoy better competition.
Yes.
Would have, like the telecoms in America.
That isn't competition. That isn't free market. That is
even more
regulated than ours.
Do you know why there isn't a free market in America? It's not because of government interference, by the way.
Why?
It's because the four big telecoms,
between
them, who grew huge, carved America up between them.
And they now have government protection via insane regulations.
If they didn't have government protection...
What?
They would still have the monopoly on it now.
Bullshit.
If you say
bullshit, because we have the same thing here. You're saying that, but the evidence.
Okay, so why do we have rules against monopolies?
So okay.
Why do we have rules against?
Because that's part of the fucking corruption.
No, what I'm asking. All right. So what you're saying to me right now is, if we didn't have rules against monopolies, monopolies wouldn't happen.
No, it's physical impossibility. If you had genuine free market, genuine lack of control, like we do here for the broadband companies. Broadband here went down in price, up in quality. Why? Because we opened it out to people. We actually allowed genuine competition. In America, they don't have that. In America, you're not allowed to. No. Nobody swept in and owns all the broadband in this country. No one owns all the internet in this country. They get more and more of it. It's getting more and more diverse all the time.
There's only two carriers.
There's only two carriers. That's the part that's regulated. That's the part that's kept over.
Anyone could be a carrier.
But
there's a barrier to entry.
But there is. But the thing is, there's now hundreds of broadband providers in this country, and yet some of them die, some of them go. Prices came down, quality went up.
Yeah, I think this is But all of these people, they don't provide broadband.
No, but they
resell.
They resell the part. So the one part that the government has actually let go a little bit and allowed freedom is the part where the price has gone down and the quality has gone up. The other part where the government is regulating it and keeping an eye on it is the part that's just not fucking moved. The speed.
No, that's not strictly true.
Well, how's it not true?
There's other barriers to entry in terms of the last few yards as well.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What tends to happen historically, water, power, trains, everything else, is as soon as you privatise it, even part privatise it, what tends to happen is that most of the funding that comes from the government is to subsidise the shit areas.
Yeah.
Okay? And then profits have to go to shareholders. There's no way around that. That's what shareholders
100%. Yeah.
So less investment goes into the infrastructure.
Yes.
Because we're at a position where no matter what fantasy you might have about open market, rail, telecom, water, the barrier to entry is to set up as competition is impossible.
Why?
The cost of infrastructure.
All right. We have never had privatised rail in this country. We've never had it. We hand out government contracts. We talked about this before.
Operators.
So we've got a contract. If we have a contract and we've got X train going from here to here, and we just give it to a private company, that's fucking bullshit.
But why is it? Since we even have private operators, it's gone fucking downhill. Is that just because of the government?
Yeah, that's because of the government regulation. It is just corruption.
So if the government totally deregulated the railways tomorrow,
get the fuck away from it.
Totally deregulated.
Walk away.
Why would Virgin Trains prices come down?
But they come down in terms of competition. I don't know. Here's the thing about it. The grand thing is I don't know, because the thing is, it's too big to predict.
I can tell you right now.
No one person.
It's dead easy with that.
This would happen.
You know, thought London to Manchester.
Yes.
How many railway lines could we physically have?
Well, we don't need more. We used to run.
But there's only one line.
Yeah, there's only one line.
So it's a monopoly, whoever gets it.
So, well, no, because you let more than one person do it. As is now. If you buy Virgin and you tick a box saying, I am only going to ride on a Virgin train, you get like 20% off. Right now. Just because there's a tiny, tiny little bit of freedom.
And I'll tell
there.
you right now what would happen in the real world.
Yeah.
If you had 5 operators on that line,
Yeah.
they would agree a price between them.
Maybe.
I guarantee
Maybe. Or maybe, well, that's...
Guarantee it.
Or maybe the company that wants to do well would actually just undercut them.
Well, be very careful about fucking the bigger companies, because the bigger companies would fuck them back twice as hard even without.
All right. Well, okay. So
because the thing is, you're right.
There's always a world where someone will do it.
The problem I've got is, all I hear is from people on both sides of this.
Right.
People want either huge government who run everything and everything will be beautiful.
Yeah.
Or they want complete deregulation, as if somehow.
Yeah.
The people there aren't as much of an utter cunt as the people over there.
Yeah, but the people over there, not you. The people over there.
My fault.
You.
Why am I getting blamed for this now?
The people over there have got legal protections to be a cunt, and that shit is kept open forever.
So the
that
people over there.
But the people over here that are cunts, their business. Yeah,
Big Pharma over there. Big Pharma
die out.
No,
they die out.
Big Pharma over there can't even be fucking sued if they kill kids with a shit vaccine.
Yeah, because they're not over there, they're over there.
Because no, it's not. It's because they fucking bought them.
Yeah, because it's part of it. Because
so what do you think they're going to do when they're over there?
The second you regulate it, you're just giving it right. So if I want to start a company, and I fucking can't, because I can't afford to get in on it because of all the regulations and all the bullshit. All regulation does is protect big business. So it looks like they're over there, but they're actually over there.
No, because they own that.
Bullshit. Yeah. And the only way to stop that is to just get the fuck away from it. How? Get out of it. So how does it work? So right now, the tiny bit of freedom we've got megabuses. You can go to London for a tenner. You don't think that if government, because right now the only thing that happens with government, Manchester to London, is the price goes up and the quality has gone down. That's the only thing that's fucking happening. The only thing. So in this fantasy where actual genuine competition would suddenly create the thing, well then let's fucking risk it, because that doesn't happen otherwise.
But how?
By just getting the fuck away from it.
What do you think they're
walking away?
Do you think they're going to allow that?
What do you mean?
Big pharma, big corporations.
What? Who? What do you mean allow it?
How do we get the fuck away? Let's just get away. How? What do we do?
Away. Well, we built railroads in this country whilst the government was telling us not to. In Manchester, we brought GMT in this country.
How do we
whilst
do it?
The government told us not to. I don't know, because I don't know. I don't run trains. That's the point.
Neither does anyone.
We don't. No, but fucking train companies do.
We've killed all the independent ones.
There are more than one, and there can be many. There can be many and many and many. People invest in it. My point is, the second you involve government, you've got corruption. You've got this weird... right, we'll give you the line. We'll give you the hospital. We'll give you the thing. And then it can be run really fucking badly. And it doesn't matter because they've got the contract and they're doing it. What have we got right now in terms of... I need a drink.
I love it when you get excited.
No, but the fucking trains, as if you're defending the fucking trains, as if you're defending any kind of public ownership of the trains.
Absolutely, British
in London. What about in London, where they've got absolute control over the public transport, and it's shit.
It's not.
And it gets shit.
Good.
It gets worse and worse and worse, and all people do is complain.
Where's it getting better?
It's just fucking.
It's not getting better anywhere.
Well,
Japan's state-owned railway. Theirs is fucking brilliant.
What, where they're just cramming people into it?
No, the volume isn't their fault.
I mean, I can't speak on Japan.
It's the most populous city around.
I can't speak on
They've
Japan.
got the bullet train, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they do, but I can't speak
Always
on
on
Japan.
time.
I can't speep on Japan. I've never been there.
Switzerland.
I've been to Hong Kong. Fucking phenomenal. Hong Kong has got almost no government. Well, until dickheads drifted in. Hong Kong was amazing.
You're being as evangelical as a socialist.
What, in terms of wanting freedom?
No. Yes.
But
Because
it's
he's so
never been
fucking
tried.
naive.
It's never been tried. And where it has been tried, things have been amazing. It's not fucking naive. It's accepting that the world's a bad place. And it's accepting and understanding that government are fucking corrupt. So keep them out of it. There's nothing naive about it. It's not. I know you are. It's knowing.
He's big farmer.
It's knowing full well the second they've got any influence over all this, it's corrupted. The second that they can drop, that these can drop those guys a cheeky 10 grand, a cheeky 10 million, that they will then protect whoever that is, and everyone else is fucked.
But here's your problem.
What?
Okay. These guys have amassed massive power and wealth and influence.
Yes.
And no matter what we want, we can't run a country without these guys.
What in terms of what? What do you want run? What do you want them to run?
You can't run a country without a government.
But what do you want them to run though, specifically?
What do you think the government should be providing?
The law and order, justice, property rights.
Justice, property rights.
That's basically it.
And no one has to look after taxation.
Oh my God, no. No, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
So no taxation.
No, I'm not saying no taxation. The police and armies need paying for, but everything else, no, fuck off. So I can give you.
Hold on. Whoa, no.
And then
You've done lots of shouting and pointing.
No, go on.
We only tax to pay for the army and the police.
We basically, yeah. In my opinion,
and street
not
lighting.
not full on, not like day one, not like
But street lighting.
leaving Brexit in
Who
terms
pays
of
for-
no everything private.
Who do we pay for
There's
street lighting?
no well right now.
You want to privatise street
Everything, yeah. Why the fuck am I giving him £1 for him to then give him 10p?
lighting? Because you'll end up
Why?
giving him 50 fucking quid.
Bollocks will that.
Regulation works two
Bollocks
ways.
will that.
You will.
Right now, I give the council money every month, and then they give it to a private company. I have no say in this whatsoever. I have no say in who the company is. I have no say in the prices. The bill just comes, and miraculously enough, it always manages to go up. It's
Okay,
amazing, isn't it? So let's just take that for a start. Why the fuck am I giving the council money for them then to give it to a waste management company? Why am I doing that?
Waste management companies don't handle public lighting.
No. But let's start on that though. Let's start on
No,
that.
I started with lighting.
All right, we'll start on lighting then.
What happens? All right, let's take this. Okay,
But the
area
same,
Manchester
the
you
same
live in.
principle goes for that though.
Eon.
Yeah.
So they got the money. When we pull away from all this, they go,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go in and buy all that.
Yeah.
We'll buy all that. No one can price us out the market now. We own that. That's
Right.
ours. They're ours. Okay, you want street lighting?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. $49.99 a month.
Okay. And how's that going to work?
I'm just saying.
Are they going to? You seriously think that's going to work?
Well, what else are they going to do?
You think?
How do they earn the money to run the services?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, when you pay tax,
Yeah.
council tax included, all your taxes,
Yes.
we pay for street lighting,
Okay.
maintenance,
Yeah.
highways,
Yeah.
refuse,
Yeah. No, I get that. I get all that. I get
all
all
of these
that.
things.
I
But
get all
you
that.
only want to be taxed for the police and the army.
Yes. Well, the judiciary. So you're talking about courts, all that stuff.
So
100%. I think
law and order in the army.
law and order of the army and all the rest of it. Yeah.
And so,
And then you work towards getting rid of all the other stuff. You can't just switch it off day one.
yeah, but I don't see how we can privatise everything.
Why not? Why the hell not? Why the hell would we not have responsibility for our own lives, for our own areas, for our own neighbourhoods? Why would we not do that?
So why don't we just privatise the police force and the fire service?
There's good arguments for that as well. But why not? Why not in terms of private donations? But that's a little bit. But what you're doing is drifting away from the thing again, though.
No, you said privatise everything except those.
Yeah, work towards it. But no. The judiciary, law and order for the police, for fire stations. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Private fire company.
In terms of, well, no, because there's charity and there's donations and people can work around it. There's no fucking. But the point is though, your situation of the lights wouldn't happen. There's no way on earth that'd happen. Someone would just go completely out of business.
So what's the point in them buying them?
What do you mean?
Well, why would you want to own something if you're? Who's going to tell? If the Eon came in,
Yeah.
and said 10 miles out, we own all the street lighting.
Right. Okay.
This is what we're charging you to have access to street lighting.
Yeah.
In your area. Now you're gonna.
Oh, you're not going to pay it, are you? You're not going to pay it. Well, Eon suddenly sent me a bill. It's happened recently. They sent me a bill for $4,500, and I told them to fuck off.
Yeah, that was
because it was obviously ridiculous.
error.
And it'd be the same thing if they tried to charge me £50 a week.
Oh, so the
just for
private
street lighting.
company should just provide you with.
But
everything
not a
that you
private
don't
company.
provide.
Private individuals. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't happen that way. That's
Private
always
individuals. What's private individuals going to buy fucking
That's
lampposts?
always the fear thing that gets thrown in straight
It's
away.
not a fear. It's living in the real world.
No, it's not living in the real world.
Well, who the fuck's going to buy the lampposts?
It doesn't
Graham?
work like that. The reality is, rather than big scary Mr. Moneybags the reality is your Sainsbury's are going to buy the road there because Sainsbury's want you to get to Sainsbury's. The garage is going to buy the road and pay. The garage is going to pay the road, and it's going to be a higher quality going up to the garage. These companies here will pay to keep these roads. These roads here, if they have got an interest in that road there, they will pay for that, and they will keep the upkeep on that. Right. Of course they fucking will. And
all right, so the garages will do that. Who will pay for all the large housing estates where there's none of those businesses there? Who'll pay for the rural areas?
Well, the people will pay for it.
Who?
I don't know. That's the thing. This is the thing about this. This is the thing with the bullshit argument. I don't know because I'm a single person. I don't know the intricacies of how it all works out.
According to your
but
argument,
right now it gets paid for.
The businesses. I'm not expecting you to. This is just a bullshit argument.
Yeah.
You know, all right. Texaco are going to pay for this road because they want people to get to us, even though cars have fucking headlights and they don't need them.
Yeah.
I guarantee Texaco would not give a fuck about your street lighting. Guarantee it, because it'd make no difference to their business whatsoever.
Sainsbury's, yeah, it would. 100%.
No,
I'll tell you why.
Why?
When I was in California, when I was in Palo Alto, there was 2 roads to get to San Diego. There was a shit one paid for by the government, and then there was a good one. And we went on the good one. This is the thing in terms of actually allowing market forces, allowing open markets to actually have a thing.
I've got it. So if you're wealthy, you can pay a toll to use them.
No. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Well, who pays
I'm
for the
saying
good road?
if that garage there are willing to pay for a nice road, and that garage there are not willing to pay for a nice road, you're going to go that way to the nice road. That's how market forces work. That's how you end up with
this. That's not how
this.
all roads work.
That's how you end up with your nice coffee that you're about to buy. I've just said go upstairs to get that.
That's not how all roads work, is it?
What do you mean?
Well, you're making it sound such a. There was a nice road on Home Road. We live in a country where roads crisscross things and everywhere, and I think what you're describing to me is going to be a lot like the argument I'm going to hear from Richie for socialism, but in terms of government rather than big business.
But it's not. I'm not talking about big business. I'm talking about individual freedom, individual personal freedom.
Individual.
It's not. It's not just bending over to big business and that's the end of it.
So all right, even though they're the only ones that be able to afford this sort of infrastructure, but okay.
No, you could own your road if you lived on a street. You could then own the street. You could then pay for that street with your neighbours or whatever. You work it out as you work it out.
Communal street.
Yeah, why not?
And if the next part of the street over the road doesn't do that, they live in the darkness with the broken pavements and.
I don't know. You're not gonna.
I'm just saying.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't, if you have someone over your house.
What if someone that lives in your street doesn't want to pay towards it?
I don't know. But here's the thing in terms
of what
of
happens with homeowners associations in America.
Yeah. I know. I appreciate that. I appreciate
here.
that. But if they don't want to pay for it, then you're gonna have to work it out, aren't you?
So basically, it'd be like owning the means of production.
But also, no, it's not like owning the means of production. But there's also a thing where if you buy a street, you might be signing up to do that. You might be signing up an agreement to do that. It's not like an overnight thing. I've not got some grand fucking plan where like. Oh, this is how this will work. That's how that'll work. But it's always the case where you actually just allow people the freedom to make these. The thing about these things is, and you're like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? If you allow as many people as possible to have the freedom to make those decisions, things go better than if you go, right, well, we need someone to sort this out. They can't sort it out because they've off the cuff got as many answers as me.
So which person on the street has to sort out the maintenance? The road, and I'm not picking at it.
No,
I'm
you're
genuinely
all right.
interested in
So,
what
all
you
right.
think.
So we've
So
technology
we have a
right
committee
now.
then, don't we?
No. There's other ways to do it, and I don't have all the answers on this. But I know that private ownership is definitely the best answer.
Calm your tits.
We
like
have
unadopted
GP
streets.
like what's that?
Unadopted streets, you can't get the council to do maintenance or shit on them.
That's the thing. That's the thing in terms of defending the system we've got now. It's fucking shit. It's awful.
Yeah, but
You're
I'm
driving
working.
along
Oh,
like
that's
that.
wonderful. It's awful.
So what
But
if you
we're
have?
talking about your one here. Okay, so you've got a
Right.
street,
Yeah.
and the people on the street
Yeah.
have somehow all agreed
Yeah.
that we're going to buy the street.
Okay.
We're going to pay for the street.
Yeah.
So paying for a street, there's things that have to be done. We could all keep our little place clean outside.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, we can all do that. But there's necessary maintenance to be carried out.
Mm-hmm.
We've all got to decide who pays for the bins, but maybe that's just individual. You can pay your own private company for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to pay a private bin company.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
So that's going to be an expense every month.
Yeah, and it'll be cheaper. 100% cheaper.
We'll see.
100%. Because instead of
But it's not now.
that forced bin company where I don't have no say in it whatsoever, and they've got all the backhand
Right.
deals with the
You know,
council.
if you've got businesses,
I've now got a choice of
Okay.
15 different
if you've
companies.
got a business, you hire private bin companies.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, you hire them.
Yeah.
They're not cheaper.
Yeah, but there's no competition though. There's no fucking
There is
competition.
between them.
Yeah, well, whatever. But there's. I already have a private bin company coming. It's already a private company, and there's no. The costs never go down, ever. Nobody, and there's no interest for anyone involved for it to go down. And you know, as much as anyone that works in building, it's all fucking backhanders. It's all that.
But anyway.
So let's at least just take the
So,
war
we'll have
out
to
of it.
pay for. So you got all the water and electricity pipes under the street.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't just buy a part of that infrastructure, can you?
Well, that can be owned by someone. I'm not saying I own that specific pipe there or whatever.
No, I know, but if you have this community.
But someone could just own the road. It's not necessarily like we all take bits and bobs of it or whatever. You could
So,
have
all right, let's
you
just
could have
say-
a road company that owns the road or owns that bit of road. There's no reason why
And
it
you have to
couldn't be-
pay them
Yeah. Why not?
to have lights and a smooth road.
Yeah, why not? We already do that. We already do that. That's
and you
already a
think
thing.
prices would come down.
100% yes. Definitely.
I'm going through. You have far more faith in human beings than I will ever manage to have.
No, I have less faith. That's the point.
No, you got more.
That's why I keep law out of
Oh,
it.
I don't
That's why I
trust
keep
these
government
cunts
out.
either.
So get them out of it then.
But I don't trust those cunts either.
And in terms of,
they're the ones you're going to wind up with.
and if they're the only, but it's already there. But it's all corrupt. And but what we do is we need to take them out of that, so that the only thing they're focusing on is property rights, which
You're
includes
such
access.
a fucking communist.
I'm not a fucking communist.
You are. You're telling everyone in the street to
Fuck
buy
you.
the street. And you
I'm
know what
not.
happens then? They form a committee. And you know what happens when they
No,
form
no,
a
no, no,
committee?
no,
They build the gulags.
No.
And away you go to the salt mines.
The thing is, though, right, man?
Yeah.
You go to these areas where
Fucking
people
hell. They tell you,
do own the street.
insidious communism.
No, nonsense.
Sneaking,
nonsense.
talking about fucking capitalism.
It's
Now there's been a new post on the Facebook group for my estate.
no.
I wonder if they want to charge me extra
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
lamppost
yeah.
this month.
It's just fucking.
Maybe I've not
insane.
tidied my garden up to their
They're
standards.
like, oh, all the rich people, they can have privately owned estates. They can work it out. They can do it. That's fine for them. But not us. We have to be bitches to the government. You own everything and take
Oh,
care
they
of
still
it.
have to pay that as well.
Fuck that.
Wealthy people still have to pay all the shit we pay.
They do, yeah, but well, why can't we have the self-respect enough to be like them?
What, to pay that and more?
No, to just own the shit that we pay for. To actually own it. It's insane. We're just born into this mother government bullshit. I can't stand it. I can't fucking stand it.
Well, you're still going to need some government to allocate funds to the military, to the police.
Yeah, I'm not a
Social housing.
I'm not a
You've gotta pay
libertarian.
for
I'm not a
social
libertarian.
Got to pay for social housing.
What, like we do now?
No.
Like we do now. There's nothing. It doesn't happen.
Graeme, you're talking about a fantasy land over here, and you're talking to me as if I think the current system's fucking mint.
No, but what, a fantasy land of people actually
Yeah, it's bollocks.
controlling
It's
their own
complete bullshit.
lives, of actually having freedom, a liberty. That's not fucking bollocks.
Freedom, the liberty to pay companies even more money.
The more freedom people have, the more wealth is built, the happier people are. There's no fucking... Like, Hong Kong was literally what I'm saying now. Hong Kong was that. We owned it, and we stepped away. We did fuck all. We did nothing. We didn't even run the police properly. We did nothing. And look at it, 80 years. No resources, no natural resources. Nothing in the ground, no oil, fuck all. One of the richest places on earth. Why? Because they had freedom.
No government.
Yeah, because they had no fucking... They had barely anything. They had a judicial system.
I'll bet they had a judicial system.
Yeah.
The police. I bet there were public utilities. And there were.
No, I've been there and I've seen it myself, and it is privately owned, and it is fucking
So all of the
amazing.
infrastructure there was built by privately owned companies.
I don't know if all of it was. I'm not a world expert on it, but I have been there, and I've been to the really posh areas where it's fucking mansions and it's amazing, and then I've been to the poor areas where the villages actually own the land. They legitimately own the land together, and they pay to get the water there. They pay to get the pipes there. They pay to get the stuff there, and they fucking own it. There isn't this weird rental thing where it's just rinsed out to the government every week. Why the fuck should the government have anything to do with electricity or water or any of that? It's got nothing to do with him. Why? I mean, ultimately, why? It can work, and it does work. We just assume that we need them to be on top of it.
I just assume that we're in a position now where to roll back the power of the companies that already have it and have the wealth, and would swoop in and buy fucking everything up. And to assume that we can roll that back, if it was a clean slate, right? Yeah, but it's not. And even if we got them out of that,
Yeah.
right now, just got them out of it, they'd fuck you.
They're fucking me right now.
They'll fuck.
And they are protected by the government. The government rewrites the laws
But they don't
to make sure what they're doing is fine.
They can carry on, and there would be no competition to the big companies. They just wouldn't.
That's not true. Facebook didn't exist. Came from nowhere. Huge company. Apple didn't exist. Came from nowhere. Huge company. The companies can... Uber wasn't a thing.
Right, okay. You've actually given me a
Uber's a thing
perfect
now.
example now.
Go on.
Facebook exists, came out of nowhere. What does Facebook do? Because you've used as an example of this great success, one of the greatest examples of the most predatory fucking company on the face of the planet, that will now is of a size where anything they see, we're buying you.
Yeah.
And if they go, no, you're not, we're going to become... Bang! They fucking squash you like a...
Are they going to buy Google?
They don't need to buy Google.
So where's the monopoly then?
Why is it...
If there's this monopoly thing, are they going to buy Google? Are they going to buy Yahoo? Are they going? There's plenty of other companies all over the world.
That's not what they do. They don't have to. You're using Google, the other biggest company in the fucking world.
Yeah, but you say that though as if.
But they weren't direct competition. And what happened when Google tried to step on Facebook's turf? Failed.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful.
Because that's not what they do. But you're comparing. That's like me going, this fucking amazing rail company popped up there. Did they stop the plane company, or did they stop the company that imports bananas? No, of course they didn't. But if another social network came up now, how many do you think have come through that have been fucking crushed or bought?
Loads and loads.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
They amass the power. They've got the power. They buy the competition.
Yeah.
So every time we're not happy with the service we're getting, we're going to set up a new company. Well, why are you? Well, we'll fucking crush it. Oh, there's no law to help you crush us. No problem, we'll buy you. Well, you aren't buying us. All right, we'll wait till you get to a size. We'll buy out your shareholders.
Okay, but that's the world around right now.
And that's the world.
Why would you want legal protections for that kind of behaviour?
Who said I did?
That's what.
The only things I want regulation
in terms of the free market.
I want things like building regulations. You know, that kind of specific safety that we have proven in like you used. Let's say China as an example. Building regulations. We've got private companies that are doing it. We're stepping out.
Yeah, you 100% do.
How many of them cunts fall down?
And then what you do is, if you're buying a house, you would have the exact same regulations. This is the code, which they aren't, by the way. It doesn't happen now.
No,
The
so
government
that-
steps in and goes, "Oh, it's all right."
Yeah,
it's
well,
all
that's the
right."
thing. I
But-
believe a government
so-
should be there.
So if you buy a house and they've got whatever it is they've signed up for, which they've arranged outside of the government, if you then buy a house with that seal, yes, this has been checked, this is safe, this is up to code, this is as it should be, and you buy that house and it's not, then that's when you go breach of contract. You don't need individual specific laws covering every single building regulation and every single thing if you've actually just got a breach of contract. If you've got a strong functioning judiciary system, you still fall back on exactly the same thing, but you've not had the government pick and you've not had the government do it in a corrupt manner where they've been paid to come up with certain things that have to work in a certain way. You're still fully capable of having a breach of contract without it being specifically law. Of course you are.
Okay. Beavis, the people that make houses.
Yeah.
I say there's a breach of contract. Me and 50 other people say there's a breach of contract. There's no government regulation in that. It's dealt with by the judiciary. You would need a complete overhaul of the legal system as well. Because what happens if you take a massive company to court for someone? What do?
They fuck yeah. Of course they do. But
They don't even have to win.
But right now,
Just have to
that's because we have that's because we give all our fucking money to the government.
No,
and they don't
I'll
spend
take
it
them,
on that.
Take them out of that.
No, we need to take it. We take the money out of it, and we have actual decent courts where you
All
can
right, so
go
you've got a completely
and you're not
overhauled
getting
judicial system.
fucked over. It's not that you've
Because
not got
no,
this
it's,
political
well, they don't even
nonsense.
have. They don't even have to fuck you over. They just have to drag the case out long enough for you to go broke.
Yeah,
That's all they have to do.
but that's where we are right now, anyway.
No, that's what I mean.
Like,
So that's going to happen in your system too, to handing it to the judiciary. So that means no one has got any hope. I mean, less people have hope of getting any form of recompense or justice should a company go against what we would have had for regulation. Because now, if Beavis do this with regulation, I don't have to sue Beavis. I can sue Beavis.
yeah, no, I get you.
But I
get
can
you.
do
I
it
get
through
you.
government regulation, which is a very different thing to a private lawsuit against a company. It's a very different thing.
It's still, yeah. So you're asking the government to fuck over their mates over there who wrote the regulation in the first place. So that Beavis writes the regulation, sends it to the government. The government goes, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, we'll do that. And then you get fucked over as the little guy now, and you go to the government and say, oh yeah, this guy's fucked me over.
If
Or
they
my
go
mate
against no,
paid
if they
for me
go
to be
against
here.
regulation,
They just rewrite the fucking regulations if it's big enough, or they ignore it. What about the fucking Grenfell Tower? No one's gone to prison for that.
oh, that'll take 10, 20 years. But if that was just a private company and they were privately suing them, it would never happen. Nothing, ever.
Bullshit. That's not true. There's no way you can say that.
Michael, what
There's
would
no.
you do?
How do you know nothing would ever happen?
What if the person that was privately suing the company, which would have to be under your company, ran out of money? Can't sue them anymore.
We're already there anyway. The government. It's not like we're in a system right now where that doesn't happen. That already happens.
In a private lawsuit.
And we need. That's why we need the government to get the fuck out of all this and actually concentrate on protecting people's rights, protecting its citizens, which it doesn't do right now.
Right.
It just spends all its time carving
But
up our
you
things
don't want it doing
and focusing
regulation.
on that. Yeah.
You don't want them enforcing a certain standard roads or anything. It's all privatised.
Yeah.
Who protects your rights? Who protects your consumer rights?
What consumer rights? What are you talking about? Right. Amazon. If I phone Amazon and say my parcel went missing, no problem, we've instantly refunded you. There and then. Boom, that's it, done. Refund. No questions asked. That's got nothing to do with my consumer rights.
But what else
My legal thing is like the 28 days and all the faffing about and all the rest of it. I don't need the government to give me those rights. I need companies that treat people well to be the ones that survive.
Name 10.
What do you mean, name 10?
Name 10 that act like Amazon.
What companies who are nice? I mean, I don't understand what you mean.
Well, you see, again, it's this fantasy land. We need companies to be nice like Amazon.
How is it a fantasy that a company that treats the customers well survives? That's not a fantasy. That's basic. That's just basic. That's not a fantasy. So what do you want to do? You want to protect the bad companies? You want to stop them from going under?
No.
Well, what do we need consumer rights for in that respect? Good companies do well. Bad companies fail. If they're allowed to. In the current system, we don't even let them. There's no, in terms of consumer rights, if I buy something, how long do I have to give it back? How long do I have to return it? All that stuff is... I don't need the government to give that to me.
You just need good companies.
I just need that
Why
agreement
do you think the
with them.
government came up with these rules to enforce that?
Because they were already there. They were already a thing.
Well, do you think the
There's-
rules came before the
If
companies?
we can
Do you
have
know how
things-
laws are written?
What do you mean?
Well, nowadays they tend to be much more proactive.
Mm.
They used to be retrospective. And a lot of our laws are very old.
Mm-hmm.
Laws about refunds of things. Do you know why they had... Do you think they were brought in as a proactive...
Why? Go on. Why?
Because people weren't getting shit done.
Right.
So look, the government put in regulations, said, no, you have to honour that. It's regulation.
Well, in terms of that, we can have that. That falls under contract enforcement, doesn't it? That falls under if you've bought something and you expect it to be in a reasonable condition. That completely falls under that.
But in a
It's
private company, they could say, well, okay, our contract with you is 7 days.
Mm.
And you'll never see that. But everyone knows now you've got...
What, 7 days?
Set
Well, I'll take my business elsewhere then.
Okay.
If I buy a phone and I'm not getting a year, if I know I'm not getting a year out of it, I'm not buying
But
it.
what you'll tend to find is, it's just the way it is, the market levels. They will always look for the least amount they have to give you.
Mm.
And if they could give you less than the government regulated right now, each and every fucking one of them
That's
would.
not true. That's not true. That's not true at all.
That's why we need
Amazon,
regulation.
you buy something in Amazon, they're going to do it, they're going to announce it any day as they do every year. If you buy something now, you have until
If
the end
all companies were like Amazon,
you have until
if
the end
all
of January.
companies were like Amazon,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have the regulation with
They'd
that.
be doing better, but that's why Amazon are winning. That's why they're the biggest company on earth.
So why haven't more
because they do
companies
it.
adopted their model?
What, have been good
Yeah.
to the customer? You think Amazon's the only company that's good to
No,
the
I
customer?
think Amazon's
Let me
the
answer your question, no,
exceptional
because you always do
company.
this. You always run away, and you don't give me a chance
What
to
am I
actually
running
answer.
away from?
In
You've
terms
answered
of
everything.
You just said no company will give you more than the minimum ever. Statement of fact. And Amazon do it every single year. They give you longer.
And what you're doing is
than the
arguing by
minimum.
exception.
But you've just said no company would do it. I'm telling you, the biggest company on the planet does it.
Yeah, but why don't all the others do it?
So the big, bad, evil monopoly gives you more
You
than the
found
legal thing.
one business.
The biggest one you've just said.
Okay.
You're there going.
Why
"These
hasn't
evil-
everyone done
these
this?
crushing monopolies.
Why hasn't everyone done this?
Well, actually, because so many businesses sell through Amazon, market forces have actually forced companies to then do exactly the same thing they do.
Well, we can just get rid of the regulations.
If you buy it now, yes, get rid of the regulations.
We'll all be fine.
Exactly. There was a lady in front of me today buying shoes. How long? And she just said, "How long do I have to return these?" And the woman on the counter, because she was worried if they were the wrong size. How long do I have to return them? The woman on the counter said 28 days. Okay, fine. Why do you need more than that? Why do I need?
You don't actually need 28. Why don't we just settle on 6?
Well, why don't? Well, if you wanna run a company badly that's going to fail, then settle on 6. Good luck with that. But no one will shop with you. They'll say go fuck yourself. You've got 6 days to do this. You're like, well, no, I'll go to Sainsbury's then.
Most of
I'll go to
most
Amazon.
of your theory relies on ideal worldism. That somehow, and it's a wonderful idea. It's fucking great, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's right. It's how
it's
it's
not
how
ideal
it
world.
should be. It's how it should be.
It's
how it's never going to be.
it's rewarding people acting in a decent way.
But it's
That's
how the
all
world-
it is. That's all
it's
it
how
is.
the world is never going to be.
What do you mean? Look, bad people go out of business. We need to let bad people
Okay.
go out of
I
business.
mean, your whole
We need to let that happen.
your whole
This
process
isn't
overall.
ideal world. This is the world is a terrible place. The only way to deal with it is to not allow, is to
Okay,
not
what I'm telling you, though,
institutionalize
what I'm
corruption.
telling you is, everything that you said, to a point, in the very simplest sense, yeah, no corruption, that's all it is, it's brilliant, and it is. But we live in the real world, like it or not. And it's never going to happen. And I think it needs too many good actors to make something like that work. The same way communism works great on a small scale, like in a kibbutz. It works fucking brilliant there. They own it. They share the responsibility for it. It's small enough that no one can become a despot and make slave. It works like that. Communism works fucking... If you choose to enter that life and that suits you...
I get that on a small scale.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I dig the idea of a community owning everything in the community.
Individuals own, everyone owning everything.
I love the idea of it. Genuinely love the idea of it. But it'll be a community. It won't be it'll be individuals within the community having a share of, because it'd have to be done as a community.
No,
even
no,
not
it doesn't
just
have to be
economy
done.
of scale.
It doesn't have
economy
to
of scale.
No. You're turning individual freedom and property rights into, well, this is just, it has to be, and it wouldn't necessarily
No, your
work
thing
like that.
earlier, whereas the people in the community own the street. Okay, that would
Fuck
require.
that. I wouldn't move on that street then. I go and look at a house and they're like, oh yeah, we all... No, I wouldn't move there.
Well, that's
Sorry,
what you
fuck that
said
shit.
earlier.
No, that's one way to do it. One, right? And the bad way, if it doesn't work, dies. Because it's allowed to die. Not like the current system where it's fucked and we all just go, well, that's the way it is
we
then.
pull away from government, we get rid of all regulation.
Not all not being allowed to murder someone.
No, that's law.
Is still, but
Should we separate
what I'm saying though.
personal
But in terms
protections?
of, what do you mean?
Human protections and human rights need to be enshrined in law. Yes?
Yes.
Fine. Not to be murdered, not to be hurt.
Yeah, all that shit.
Let's take that out of it.
You can't coerce
No, that's
anyone in
fine.
any way. All
Yeah.
that stuff, yeah?
Human rights, real human rights, enshrined in law.
Yeah, freedom
Okay.
from.
So we can get rid of all that. We've dealt with that. I've lost it. I've been enjoying myself.
And then everything else,
I can't keep fighting against
it feels like I've been smoking weed.
I just enjoy it when you get annoyed.
You're just like,
I love it. so
personal
much.
freedom. It's not like,
You feel like you've been smoking weed?
I've got dry lips. I've got cotton mouth. That's it. Do you remember when you used to eat it and you just sit
Have
there?
you not noticed every few months I get into this debate with you?
Because it's just
Do you know
insane.
why I do it every few months?
It's just insane that you just want to rely on the
Graeme,
fucking government.
I
I know.
fucking love it.
I know, but it's just insane to me, man. It's like, it drives me mad.
I want a better government.
Well, that's never going to happen. That's the naive thing.
Neither's the world you're talking about.
No, just get rid of it. It's just a better government. My ass.
That's what I want.
The only way to be a better government is if they voted for less power for themselves, and they're never going to do that.
No, but on the other side, with as much chance of Cherry being the next fucking Prime Minister as that fucking panic.
I know, well, that's the problem.
No, Cherry, trust me, it can't happen.
Everything I'm saying is never going to happen. Never going to happen, guaranteed.
Not in a million years, I
because,
told you.
because none of them will give up
Because
power.
it's bollocks.
No, because it's bollocks getting rid of the corruption. That's
Basically,
the only way.
you're a
It's the only
fucking
way.
communist.
Small government is not communist.
You want the people to own the means of production. You want communities forming committees.
No.
You want everyone to
No, you're
dress
just
like
trying to
the
piss me off
Nazi
now. You're
tones.
just trying to piss me
You
off.
do, it's the same
That
thing.
is a gross misrepresentation
And you know what'll
of everything
happen?
I've ever
You
said.
know what'll happen?
No.
You and me will be the fuckers pushing
No.
the carts behind the oxen while some other cunt's there milking it.
No.
And making us pay for the
That's a
street
nonsense.
lights.
That's a nonsense.
That's how despots happen. That's how the bad things
I'm
happen.
not doing it. I'm not
Graeme,
doing
I've
it.
got to say, I was dead an hour ago, but I've so enjoyed.
I know. I
No,
really
just
want
still
to
need the
go.
coffee.
I've so enjoyed you going off like that. It's made it worth me staying up, guys.
Yeah,
thanks
we
for
gotta
hanging
go.
out
I
with
gotta
us.
go home, man. I gotta go home.
Triggered.
Fucking Happy Dog's calling me Graeme Thunberg. You twats.
How dare you? How dare
How dare you? I shouldn't be here.
Oh, some of these comments are in fucking gold on YouTube.
Oh, have they? I've not been checking him.
Fucking brilliant.
A goddamn. I'm not a fucking commie. I'm the opposite of a communist.
To fuck you.
I'm the opposite of a. It's the opposite of communism. Individual fucking freedom, you dickheads.